When it comes to reaching listeners, landing on the right playlist at the right time can make all the difference. But there's no one path to popularity. Every song follows its own journey. At Spotify, we have more than 100 editors working on thousands of editorial playlists globally. They listen to a lot of music, testing and updating playlists in different markets. Those editors aim to create the best listening experiences for music fans for whatever context they're listening in. And that enables artists to expose their songs to the right audience at the right time. Over 150,000 artists were added to an editorial playlist for the first time across 2020 and 2021 alone. Spotify has thousands of playlists across genres, moods, and activities, which means a song's journey can take many different routes. These aren't just thousands of individual isolated playlists. It's a connected ecosystem of playlists, expertly curated by human expertise and informed by troves of data. Let's dive into the story of 3 different songs and how they traveled through our playlist pyramid to find new listeners around the world. In late 2019, the then unsigned UK artist Simba pitched his self-released track, Rover, for consideration to our playlist editors through the pitching tool in Spotify for Artists. Editors then added Rover to We Move, a playlist that features tracks from emerging rap, hip-hop, R&B, and Afro swing trendsetters. Strong performance indicators and broader awareness showed our editors that the song connected with the We Move audience. And 4 weeks later, editors moved it up through the pyramid to Who We Be, the UK's most popular hip-hop playlist, where it stayed for 6 weeks. The high visibility and success on these playlists helped Rover go viral in early 2020, and Simba was signed by a major label around the same time. Our playlist editors then re-added the track to Who We Be to reflect the increased interest in the song. Eventually, the song rose to the top of the Who We Be playlist, and just a few weeks later, it made it onto Spotify Hits flagship, Hot Hits UK. At Spotify, editors work together in global curation groups. Through genre and cultural expertise from a wide spread of countries, the groups evolve the editorial ecosystem, discuss trends, and move music around the world. The local success of Rover had a domino effect of getting more global editorial support. International playlisting for Rover came via our hits flagships in Denmark, Australia, New Zealand, Netherlands, and Belgium, with global pop features in Hot Rhythmic and Pop Rising. The strength and popularity of the track meant Rover kept moving up through the playlist ecosystem till it reached the top of today's top hits, Spotify's biggest playlist in the world. Rover has now been streamed over 200 million times. Now let's take a look at another song's journey through the pyramid ecosystem. Japanese band Chai pitched their song Action for playlist consideration via Spotify for Artists at the beginning of 2021. Editors then added Action to local indie feeder playlists Edge, Indie Shuffle, and indie flagship playlist.org. Featured on 17 New Music Friday playlists globally, the song continued to do well in the band's home country, making its way up to Japan's flagship playlist, Big in Japan, and Tokyo Super Hits. The Indie Global Curation Group kept track of the story, and soon Action was added to Borderless, a global discovery-led playlist that showcases exciting music from different corners of the world. Chai eventually wound up on the playlist cover. Thanks to the global curation groups, more features followed, with additions to Off Pop in Germany and Oyster in Sweden, both of which are eclectic, genre-blending playlists. In 2021, Chai was announced as part of Spotify's Equal, a global music program dedicated to fostering equity for women in audio. By that time, Chai's track Action also made it to global indie playlist All New Indie, which was the playlist placement that drove the most streams for the track, over 60,000. And finally, let's take a look at Fireboy DML's track Peru, released on Nigerian independent label YBNL Nation. Editors placed the song on Nigerian flagship playlists such as Gedu, Traffic Jams, Bubblin', Hot Hits Naija, and Afropop. And a few weeks after its release, it moved to continent-wide playlists like African Heat. After the success on its own continent, Peru entered the viral 50 charts in the UK and Sweden, and was added to international editorial playlists such as Afro Hits out of France, La Vida Loca out of the Netherlands, and the UK's Surti. It also reached Hot Rhythmic out of the US. The song continued to flourish, reaching playlists near the top of the playlist ecosystem, such as Hot Hits UK, FYP, and R&B Right Now, reaching more than 1 million streams in the UK. It also reached Pop Rising, one of the top global pop lists. A remix of Peru with Ed Sheeran was released on December 23, 2021. The track sat on Pop Rising, Today's Top Hits, Hot Hits UK, Hot Rhythmic, R&B Right Now, and a ton of other playlists. Its success on these playlists helped the song reach the top 50 charts in the Netherlands, Ireland, Norway, and Denmark. Since the remix release, the original track was also added to Global X, Surti, R&B Favorites, Power Workout, and FYP. What an incredible ride. Bottom line, a song's success isn't about landing at a specific place on the pyramid. Spotify is an ecosystem, and listeners discover music in all sorts of places. Wherever they are, we'll help you reach them, and you can follow your music's journey every step of the way. Visit artist.spotify.com/playlisting to learn more.